We lived out on a ranch in a remote area community here on the reservation. We had small schools that were built throughout the reservation. It was decided that I should go to a boarding school, and I was sent to an Indian school in South Dakota. When I first left, I'd never been off the reservation or away from home. Was really a dramatic experience for me. I remember when I first went there, the first 3 months, and the dormitories were huge. You had 200-300 kids sleeping in bunk beds in one huge, dormitory. And I remember my first 2-3 months, I'd lay there and I would cry because it was hard on me. But I eventually got used to being there. And I learned to settle in and concentrate on going to school and getting used to the idea that this is where I was going to be till I complete my junior high school years. The Indian schools back in the 50s and 60s were to train Native Americans that were sent from different reservations to these boarding schools, was to get them ready for society, get them ready for the world, the world in general, trying to get us to fit into society. So we were taught English. I was bitter about it when I first went there because I felt that I was being drawn away from my culture, my tongue, my way of life. But I'll tell you, this one incident that occurred there while I was there really changed my outlook in life. I remember we were assigned a counselor. One day a counselor brought us in, there was about 75 kids. And he told us, I'll tell you, you're here because either you were a juvenile delinquent or you were a kid to your community, or you had no mother and dad, or your grandparents just couldn't afford to take care of you. You're basically here because you couldn't fit in your community, or you weren't. Basically, blank told us, some of you probably weren't wanted at your home or your communities. He said, I'm gonna tell you guys something. I'm gonna introduce you to a friend. And if you'll take this friend, take him as your personal friend, you're gonna go a long way in life. And I remember sitting there thinking, who's this friend? But I sat there and listened to my counselor told me that day. If you'll take hold of this friend, he's never going to leave you. He's going to bring your good life into your life. And I was thinking, well, who's this friend? I sure could use a friend in my life. He said, I want to introduce you to this friend. And his name is education. If you take hold of this friend, if you take hold of education, take him as a friend, he's going to give you something that nobody could ever take away from you. And this friend, education, is going to give you a better life and better outlook in your lifetime. I heard that. I took hold of that. I stopped looking at all the negatives in my life. Mm-hmm. Because I knew I had to do something to better my life. And that's when I decided that, I was going to be serious about getting understanding and getting education in my life. Like in our language, here in the school district, we developed a Native American word that encourages it. This is our theme district-wide. We say it in our language, that means we can do it. And that is that we have banners in every school building, in every classroom. And that banner says, we can do it. We can build this new school. You can do it. You can learn. You can be a better citizen because you have the wisdom and the tools to learn. You are an important person in our society. Nobody's a loser. And that's what we want to tell our kids. Not one youth on our reservation is a loser. Every one of them is a winner. And that's what we got to teach them. That they can do it. We can do it.